log. Early December. The great silence. His eyes are empty and glazed. The only word he can utter is a breathless yes, and with a bit more effort, no. The scar from his open heart surgery looks like leather stitched together with wire, wrinkled and uneven. The humming persists. The ringing in my right ear grows higher. His cheeks have fallen inward, eyes sunken. His gaze tells a broken story of confusion and trauma, mangled by life. I try to give him some dip, tobacco as a joke. He hates, or hated the stuff. Without a smile on his face and an empty expression, he looks away and utters no several times. I see him in there, be it just a fraction, but he is way in there, struggling to make contact. My broken friend, on his second confirmed stroke, infections, open heart surgery, wasted rehabilitation, a constant struggle, locked inside his box. Passing people on my way out of the hospital, I can feel the dread in the air, the constant onflow of despair in this building. I shrug as I walk out onto the pavement. I stop. The rain hammers down. With my hoodie over my head, I freeze where I stand, like a multiplayer game character that just lost its connection. The sound of the rain is deafening and grows louder. I'm always back here in the roaring rain. Since childhood, I've been circling back to this, not the same, but a moment like this. It feels familiar. Somehow, the rain stops. Silence. Connection restored. I flick my keys out of my pocket and head to my car. The 25-minute ride home is in utter silence with myself, just the steady beat of the old Volvo diesel engine. A 5-cylinder that makes it run kind of funny. Still, I love old technology. It's a reliable vessel. Opening the door, the house is silent. The tapping of paws, eager to greet me. Just a pup, really, curious, and always glad to see me. Yet he loves his human mother over all else. I put him at ease by greeting him back and head upstairs to my office. CCNA 1, Python programming, and a few books await. My left ear rings again. The virtual classroom is mostly silent. The void. The silence of people struggling to keep up and deal with whatever. Still no grade on the CloudSec exam, which I felt went down the drain. I was horribly unfocused that day. I keep telling myself, it's okay to have a bad day. It's okay. Just retake the exam if the results are bad. But my feelings towards it tell another story. The story of proving my worth and skills. I'm 45. I just don't have time to mess up like this. I have wasted so much time. The cursor blinks, awaiting interactions, yet silent. There has been a great silence. The void has been deep and highly active, yet pressingly silent. I haven't written much the last few months. The world events seem to be bogging me down, yet trying to keep a straight face towards my children. I really don't envy them growing up in this. Since COVID, something changed. Or really back when the Donald had his first term. That really changed things. Truth was challenged, silos were built, walls were promised. A few years earlier, at a vegan cafe with one of my favorite freaks, Ollie, we were both in altered states, enjoying our ginger shots and chickpea something. Ollie, Rasta black hair down to his hips, almost one solid dread at this point, the most gentle soul I know, a liberal technocrat who could fool you for a naive hippie but turns dead serious when it matters. I uttered, "Hey man, noticed how the world is getting more polarized?" That word wasn't even on people's tongues those days. Ollie, "Dude, what a good description. Nailed my feeling, man." The rest of the day is gone. Way too many eons ago. Point is that this is where I noticed when things started to shift, to slide. The humming starts. Christmas is beckoning. The kids are ecstatic. For them, there's still magic there. I just hope we get through the holidays without any drone incursions and jets trespassing borders. At a holiday dinner party with the family, amidst the relentless discussions of gas prices, electricity bills, and car repairs, I raised my voice. We should be grateful we are sitting here indulging in copious amounts of food with uncalled for amounts of animal fat and not hunkering down in some trench, clutching our guns, freezing, waiting for the next attack. The table fell silent for 2 seconds, then the chatter commenced again. Oh well, I thought, cutting off a piece of meat, layering on that fatty sauce and cranberries. Even though we all know something is off, we continue on, never checking the logs for errors. Are we all facing the big silence? Later that day, when everyone was sleeping, I went outside. The rain whipped my face. It was mostly dark around me except for the 2,000-watt spotlight on the barn, illuminating the oscillating waves of rain brought in by the wind. I struggled to light the cigarette. It finally sparked up, and I took a huge drag. I faced the wind and rain, letting it hit my face, eyes closed. As I opened my eyes and looked over to the floodlight, I saw a silhouette, just for a fraction of a second. I lost my cigarette. I heard it fizzle out in the wet gravel and sand. What? Oh my God. I looked back up. Nothing. Just the waves of rain hitting the barn wall under the light. Again, there was a surge of light electricity running through my body and brain, with a high frequency ringing in my ears. Startled, I walked inside, hung my wet coat, and headed to the office. The monitor lit up. I logged in. I checked the CloudSec assignment. You have received a grade. My hand started shaking as I rushed down the results, imagining retaking the exam and what that meant. Wait, 85 out of 100. And B, the cursor blinks.